Hello everyone, this is Martin from Trading Currencies Learn Forex. I have been away for about 3 weeks on holidays, and this is my first update on trading currencies for the upcoming week, and we're looking at trading opportunities for the month of August, particularly August 3rd to the 7th. And I'm a bit rusty because being away for 3 weeks, I really didn't have my mind on trading. I didn't even have a computer with me, but I am glad to be back. And we're going to have a pretty good look at what I see, what's happening for this week. We're going to start off, as always, with the major currency pairs, the Euro USD dollar. Okay, taking a look at the Euro USD dollar, we can see that price is in a sideways triangle consolidation. You can see the upper trend line here, the bottom trend line here. You can see that converging into a triangle. So price is kind of being squeezed between the upper and lower trend lines as we get as price moves closer to the right side. So what I see, first of all, what we want to do is look at the overall trend direction, and we can get a clue, first of all, looking below at the MACD. Here we see the MACD is below 0, so the overall long-term the longer term trend is below 0, which means we are trending down, okay? However, because we're going sideways, what we want to do is either wait for a breakout. We want to sell breakout below the support, which is this area right here in the gray rectangle. And if we want to be specific, we want to sell for we want to sell when price breaks out below the 108.70. You can see that in this red box here. Or we can wait for price to move higher. And what we want to do is wait for a price to bounce off the resistance, again in this gray rectangle, and come back down again. So again, sell below the resistance, bounce off the resistance at about this price right here, the 1.1082 area, okay? So you can see again, price is below this red cloud area. It's something that I started to introduce a little while back, and we're going to talk more about that in the future. But price is below the red cloud. Price is below the this trend line right here, and we're just waiting for a breakout for price to go further down. It may not, but this is what we're looking for, and that's all we can do. We're just looking for probable entries, probable trend direction. Okay, so this is what we're looking for with the Euro USD, and now we switch to the British Pound USD daily chart. Here you can see this is a great example of an ascending triangle. Ascending means that the bottoms are getting higher. You can see here and here. So we're making higher highs, but we're kind of stuck on the top end here. This is called, again, resistance, where this gray rectangle is. It bounced off resistance once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. So every time price comes up to this area, it bounces off. Eventually, I believe price is going to go higher. So what we want to do with an ascending triangle, the tendency is for price to break out of the ascending triangle to the upside, and so what we want to do is wait for breakout and buy when price is above the 156.70. Okay, now here we look down below for the overall trend direction. MACD is flat. You can see it's just going sideways, and that's why you can see price consolidating sideways. Price is just going sideways, not going higher, not going lower, as confirmed by the MACD, even though it's just a bit lagging. But I do expect price to continue going higher once it breaks out above the high here, 156.70. Okay, then now we switch to the Australian USD. Now here we have an example of the opposite. It's a descending triangle. You can see the upper trend line right here, and the bottom, which is support, in this gray rectangle. So price kind of is started up here. It's come back down, come back up, down a bit, sideways. Price may still come back down or go back up. We don't know. The overall bias for trend direction is down. The MACD is well below the zero. You can see that right here, although it may retrace up just a bit. Again, if price is going to retrace up, it may just come up to this trend line, and then what we want to do is wait for a bounce off this upper area and this upper upper rectangle, and price bounces off the 73.70 area and back down. Price is then going to come back down to the lower support area. So what we really want to do is wait for price to break below the support, which is 72.50 in this area here. Okay, price, you can see overall is below this large red cloud, and it just seems to be a major. Well, the red cloud also can act as a major resistance. So if price breaks higher, just so that you know, price would then come up to the next major resistance area in this gray rectangle. Price may come back all the way up to here, to this gray rectangle, all the way up to the top of this red cloud. And that's why on the right hand side you can see my resistance areas, 73.70, 76 area right here. So we kind of can only just wait and see what's going to happen. I expect eventually price may come back down, but may go up in the meantime as well. So anytime I talk about where I expect price to go, I normally do not mean the next day. Whenever I talk about price and trend direction, I'm talking about longer term. So when I see something, it may not happen tomorrow, may not even happen in a couple of days, but very, very, very soon. So never place a buy or sell trade based on just what I'm saying. You always have to wait for confirmation that price is going to continue in a trend direction. Okay, and now we're going to go to the New Zealand USD. This is a fairly easy chart to look at. You can see we've had a major downturn. The trend has come down all the way from here, gone down for 1,233 pips. That's amazing, folks. That's a pretty good run. Price now is going sideways. Does that mean that price is now going to completely rebound back up? Pull back and change its course? Most likely not. The New Zealand dollar is still much weaker than the stronger USD. So this is a great currency to trade. New Zealand dollar to the downside. Here we can see a triangle again. This is just a kind of a normal triangle. Price is going sideways. Price is going up, down, up, down. And what we want to do ultimately is we want to sell on a break below the support, which is this area right here. And more definitely we want to sell if price breaks below the 64.80. So the other thing is, when I talk about waiting for price to break below or above support or resistance, you can place a pending order, but generally a few more pips further than what I indicate. I'm just this price here, this 64.80, is just a general indicator. What we're looking for is price to close below this this level right here. So for that, you usually have to wait till the end of the day. If price closes below, then we can wait for a bit of a retracement and then further selling to the downside. Okay, or if prices go up all the way here, it may come back to this gray rectangle, which is called resistance, and we want to see if price bounces from the 67.40 area and comes back down again. Okay, right now the MACD is below zero, so again the overall sentiment is for the trend to go down, and it is, you can see it is down. Okay, next currency is the USCAD. Here's the complete opposite. We can see prices been going up, and in fact price has gone up already more than 900 pips. I expect price to go much higher, and as a matter of fact it did. I tried getting this video out to you sooner. This video was made about an hour ago, but I've been having all kinds of problems with my computer, and that's what happens when you're away on holidays. I tried downloading some updates and some some antivirus stuff, and actually my computer's just not worked the same. I even had to set up a brand new set of charts for you today, but I'm doing the best I can. So you can see I did mention buy with a breakout above the resistance, and in this case the 131.10 area. I do mention that the caution here, the 2008 high was the 130.62 area. We've already gone with this candle. We already went higher than that, so it kind of probed the market. It was testing the market, came back down just a wee bit, bounced off the support. It's gone straight up again, and I believe it's going to go much higher. So it probably will stall a bit, come back down to again the support, the new support right here. But really, we're looking at trend continuation on this pair. The trend continuation is up. The MACD is well above the zero. You can see the moving average here is widening from the cloud, the green cloud, and that means the trend is getting stronger. Okay, so that's what I see there. Now the U.S. Swiss franc. Here we can see there's a upward bullish channel. By that I mean we have a lower trend line, an upper trend line. They're almost parallel. Price is going up, 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 and bounces from the bottom, goes up to the top. I expect price to go higher from here. So you can either place a pending buy order just above the high here, or wait for a complete breakout above the resistance, which is the 97.30 area. You can do that as well. I do expect price to go higher. The MACD is above zero, which means that the trend is going up. Okay, and finally we come to the U.S. Japanese pair. This one is trending sideways. We are in a ascending triangle again. That you can see the bottoms are getting higher, so we have higher lows right here from the previous low. We're hitting the resistance right here, not only once, twice. Price most likely will go higher. It may bounce back down again. So really, this is a wait-and-see situation. Because we're going sideways, we have to let price play out its course. Ultimately, we're looking for a breakout. Wait for a breakout above the 124.50 area, okay? Or if price breaks down to the downside, then we want to wait for a bounce up from the 123.30 area. Okay, and overall, the MACD is above zero, so the overall sentiment is up on this pair. Again, anything can happen this week. When I talk about where price is going to go, again, I'm looking at more longer term over the next few days. And so just bear that in mind. And in the future, we're going to talk more about these clouds. We have the green cloud. You can see, let me just take that off for a second. Okay, we have green clouds. We have red clouds. Okay, as I'm scrolling backwards in time here, we've got red clouds. When price is below the red clouds, we're in a downtrend. When price is above the green clouds, we're in an uptrend. So I just want to come up with some ideas to make it much easier for you to look at. And I think we're going to play around with some things that I'm going to produce on the charts. So we'll talk about that much more in the future. And in the meantime, have yourself a great trading week. All the best. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. You can watch these videos on YouTube. Just click on the YouTube link, and the quality and the clarity of the information on the screen is much better for you there. So see you again, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.